Central Texas. Unfortunately, Alistair is at home in quarantine following the CDC guidelines for corona symptoms, but he's prepared a statement for me to share with you guys here today. Welcome everyone, and thank you for attending our groundbreaking ceremony for this very special project. While I'm devastated not to be clean with you all today, I'm confident you're in good hands with Parker and the rest of the NRP team. Today marks nearly 2 years of hard work, all of which took place during a global pandemic. And we're so proud of everyone who's put their heart and soul into the success of this project. From the early conversations we had with the city manager about the PFC structure and whether or not it could be a good fit for the city of Killeen, to the P&Z zoning hearing, followed by numerous city council meetings and the town hall meeting, each of you and your city remained open-minded to this project, and for that, we'll be forever grateful. The partnership between NRP and the city, via the PFC, is one built on trust. And without a doubt, I believe both sides agree, after working together for almost 2 years, the relationship is incredibly strong and will remain so in the future. We're excited to finally be under construction in this project, which, when it's complete, will be 367 multifamily units that we expect to set the benchmark for quality in the city. Delivering first-class unit finishes and amenities, we cannot wait for the citizens of Killeen to call this project home. When we embarked on this journey, specifically the creation of the PFC, the main goal was to provide economic development in this area of town, which we firmly believe this project will accomplish. However, as the pandemic has raged on, housing markets across the country have been forever changed. Home prices and rental rates are experiencing all-time growth, leaving many unable to afford quality housing. Unique to this project is a result of the PFC partnership. 50% of the units will be affordable for families and individuals earning less than 80% of the area median income, which means as housing costs outpace income growth, this project offers units that will withstand market forces with rental rates that are directly tied to average incomes of the area. The benefit of this is far greater than anyone could have expected, which really makes us excited. At NRP, our goal is to provide quality housing for all individuals and families, regardless of income. And we believe this project meets that mission today and will continue to do so for many years in the future. I want to thank you guys again for coming out today. But before I conclude, I want to say a special thanks to a few people who made this project possible. Kent Cagle, without your vision and being open to the initial discussion, clearly we would not be at this event today. We thank you. Mayor Segarra, your leadership during many town council meetings, and specifically the town hall meeting, brought the council and citizens together. Thank you. Melissa Brown, we thank you for asking the tough questions early and then stepping up to be president of the PSC. And to all current and former city council members, it was your vote and your decision. While it wasn't unanimous, you all have supported the project as if it were. To quote Ms. Nash King, this body makes a decision together and we will move forward together regardless of the outcome. This is exactly how each of you has engaged with this project since that vote, and we are forever thankful. To all the city staff and P&Z members, each of you have touched this project at one point in time, and your tireless efforts to usher this project through the permitting process was incredible. You are the most responsive and kindest staff we've encountered in Texas, and we built over 25,000 units here, so that's a real feather in Mill's cap. Lastly, to our friends at JP Morgan and Texas Capital Bank, without your commitment, this project isn't feasible. Thank you for your continued trust in NRP. Before I turn it over to our next speaker, Mayor Segarra, who will be followed by the PFC President, Melissa Brown, we'd like to formally announce the name of this project. With guidance from the PFC board, we'll rename the project Robinson 42. Named after Jackie Robinson. Named for Jackie Robinson, who, for those of you who don't know, wore the number 42 in Major League Baseball, was born in 1940, was drafted in 1942, and Fort Hood was officially established in 1942, where Jackie served in the military. Mr. Segarra, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Parker, and that's exciting. You know, this is awesome, that name. I think I looked the reaction at the council, and I think we got the approval, so we're good. You know, it's always looking at how they respond. And thank you. First off, on behalf of the city, I just want to say thank you to NRP. This project is something that is new to our city. And as I travel, you know, my 6 years, going on 6 years as being a mayor, one of the privileges that I really, really enjoy that unfortunately you guys can't be part of yet is traveling around circles of different cities and interacting with different mayors. And that's one of the privileges that being mayor has. You know, I'm a little guy with all these big city mayors that I get to network and talk to and all that. And one of the things that they always mention that helps their city grow, I visited Plano, Fort Worth, and all that. Plano was an outstanding. Right now it's a hot, you know, Frisco and all that. When I asked them, you know, what is it? That's one thing that has brought tremendous growth to their city is creating, and what they said is creating partnerships like what we're doing today. And hopefully we will continue. People will see the results of what this partnership is going to do to this city, and especially our north side, because I know for many years, I've been on the council for 11 years, and for many years we've been trying to figure out how we can do something in the north side that is going to revitalize, that is going to re-energize it. And, you know, we as a city can't do it by ourselves. We're always looking for private individuals where I'll say, you know, you guys got to bring us a business here. And they do. We have a lot of great businesses that try that. But unfortunately, the foot traffic is not there. It doesn't matter how great they are. And a lot of times, unfortunately, they go under. And, you know, me, that I'm a business person, I understand what is required to run a business. You can have the best business in town, but if you don't have enough people going there on a daily basis, it ain't going to succeed. And so we as a council, and I appreciate what the council it needs to do, and what we're doing today is providing that. We're providing that foot traffic. You're going to have people that live here. When they live here, it's so easy to go shop, you know, go downtown. It's only a block or two away if you want to go to a coffee shop. If I live here, this is where I'm going to go. I'm not going to go on the other side of the highway. And I consider anything on this side of the highway the north part. And so we're looking at it. I think this is going to help develop a new grocery store that's going to come down to town because of this. So we're going to see a lot of growth because of this one. And hopefully we will be able to continue. I know that since it was a new project, there was a lot of doubt. And it is tremendously important that we show the people that had a little bit of doubt how great this project is going to be, not just on the beauty and aesthetics of it, but the growth that is going to help bring to this north side. So with that, again, I just want to thank NRP. I want to thank our city manager, because I was part of the hiring process of the city manager, and at that time, this project has gone through 2 different city councils. And at that time, when I hired the new city manager, he was given a directive. You know, as part of the directive was, how are you going to improve our downtown, our north side? And so that was an objective that he was given, and that's how he reached out to you guys and brought this to the city council. Before he even made a move in that direction, he brought this to the city council, which you guys did a presentation, and they were all for it at that time. And the rest is history. I mean, it is a tremendous project. I want to thank the council. I want to thank the staff for approving this project, because we're all excited about this. I mean, if you look at the history of this empty lot that we've had here for many years, and I'm in real estate, so I know that something like this, very difficult to sell. It could be another 20 or 30 years. If we have no other growth, it could be another 20, 30 years before something is out here. It'll just remain an empty lot. And the city receives maybe 6,000, 7,000, I don't know what it is, a year on tax revenue. Well, last month, because of the closing, the city got a $350,000 check. And that is just the tip of the iceberg of the benefits that I believe this project is going to bring to the city. So there's a lot of benefits. I think, like like I said, it's going to continue the development on this side. We're going to see a lot more. Hopefully, the next mayor, she's going to go out and bring some of those ideas that she gets from other towns, talk to some of these companies that are in Plano, that are in Fort Worth, and say, hey, we got a beautiful city here where we can do that. And so I think that, we're going to see a lot of tremendous benefit on this. So with that said, I think I'm done. Did I miss anything? I make sure I thank everybody on previous council. I want to make sure that, Mrs. Fleming, who is not part of the council, she was the district councilwoman for this, so I want to make sure that I give her credit because she was all for this. She, her whole time on the council, 3 terms, she was all for doing something in the north side, and it's unfortunate she's not here, but on behalf of the city council, I just want to say thank her and everybody that was instrumental in us being here today. So with that, Mrs. Brown.
I'm just going to stand on the side of this so you can still see me. So I had a whole speech written up, prepared this morning. I decided to throw it in the trash because when I read it, it just wasn't right. It wasn't me and it didn't fit today. Parker mentioned earlier that if this wasn't a unanimous decision, and that in the beginning there was a spirited discussion around whether or not we were going to have the PFC, whether or not we were going to approve the NRP project at all. Ultimately, the council as a whole made that decision to move forward. And I'm so proud of my fellow council members because everyone has stood up and said, you know what, now that it's here, we are going to do everything in our power to make this as successful as possible so that it can be successful for our city, for our citizens, and for our partners. And that, I think, is one of the most mature steps that this council could have ever taken. I'm glad to see so many other council members out here today showing their support for it. The way that I'm looking at this now is this is like a marriage. We've entered into this partnership. A partnership is nothing more than, a marriage is nothing more than a partnership. This year I will have been married for 22 years and we've been through some really good times, some really bad times, and then just an even keel. But I will tell you the secret to success over those 22 years has been both sides, both partners, putting in 100% towards making it successful. No partnership is 50-50. Every partnership is 100 for key success. And there is no doubt in my mind that this council and the future councils will be 100% invested in making this NRP project and Robinson 42 the best place that it can be and bring the most benefits in our city that it is possible. I'd also like to thank everyone at NRP who's been so responsive. I've never worked with a partnership where I can send an email at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night, and at 11:05 p.m. on Saturday, I get a response back. So that has been refreshing. The name Robinson 42 is exciting to this council. We had some different options brought forward to us, and my understanding is we're in a unique position as far as being the first partnership to even have the option to have any input. And I received some calls from some of the other board members saying, well, we have a different idea. And I called Alistair and I said, Alistair, listen, we like your names, but we have a better one for you. That's my personality. And explained everything about why Jackie Robinson is so important to the city of Killeen and Fort Hood. And nobody has ever honored Jackie in this manner with naming such a prestigious building after him. So we appreciate NRP for hearing us, listening to us, and I think that gives us a lot of comfort moving forward that we will be heard, that we will be listened to, and that this will be a true partnership all the way. So with that, I'm excited to move forward, and I'm excited to see all the benefits that this will bring to the city of Killeen. Thank you to the rest of the council, to the mayor, to the staff, to the city manager, and to all of the staff at NRP. We wish Alistair could have been here, but in his absence, thank you very much, Parker, and I'm going to turn this back over to you.
I think that's all we got planned. So enjoy the cookies and refreshments, and feel free to hang around for as long as you guys want. We appreciate everybody coming out, and I think we're gonna go outside and do the pictures.
Yes. Yeah.